Hey, welcome to Home Video Hangouts. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the movies that I'm getting rid of from my collection, either by selling or donating to friends. So, just wanted to share these with you so you can kind of see what I've been watching recently and why I'm kind of making some changes to my collection. But let me know in the comments down below if you've watched any of these or if you agree with me getting rid of these from my collection. But first of all, I'm going to start with the DVDs, and then we'll go into some of the Blu-rays that I'm getting rid of. Alright, so first DVD that I'm getting rid of from my collection is a double feature that has Halloween 2 and Halloween 3. If you watched my video earlier in the week where I did a haul video, you can see that I got the 4K collector's editions of all the Halloween movies, so no longer need this DVD here. I did get this really cheap. It was like $1 or less from Half Price Book on clearance originally, so I thought I would end up watching this before getting the higher end versions, but didn't work out that way, so now I have no need for these, and I'll be getting rid of this one. So that's first one. Then in addition, you saw I got a box set in my previous video of all the Paranormal Activity movies on Blu-ray, so getting rid of the original Paranormal Activity on DVD here. Not a bad entry to the series, and this is the kind of film where it's not too bad to watch on DVD because it's kind of a found footage film, but don't need that anymore because I have the better Blu-ray box set now. And then next I have 2 seasons of The Office on DVD. We have season 1 and season 3 here. I got these really cheap from a library sale, like 10 cents each or something like that. But I got a box set of the entire series on DVD, so I no longer need these individual ones. So getting rid of these to save space mainly. Now moving on to the Blu-rays in my collection I'm getting rid of. First of all, the unrated director's cut from Paranormal Activity 2. So this one had a couple different discs in it, and again getting rid of this one because I got the box set, which I prefer to have. Then also we have the unrated director's cut of Paranormal Activity 3. Same reason, I'd rather have my box set rather than the individual ones. And lastly, the Paranormal Activities, I have Paranormal Activity 4, which I'm getting rid of, unrated edition. So wanted to get rid of those, just keep my box set, and these were great to have in the meantime, you know, not bad releases, but definitely happy I have a cool box set with some additional bonus features now too. Then this next one is Pacific Rim with a kind of lenticular slipcover here. So this one I got on 4K recently, so no longer need this Blu-ray version. And just as a side note, I may eventually be selling some of these online, so I'll let you guys know if I end up selling some of these, either in a Whatnot auction or on eBay or something like that. But another one I'm getting rid of here. Then I just recently watched this film and decided I didn't like it enough to actually keep it, so likely going to be getting rid of the film YearOne. I generally do enjoy Jack Black and Michael Cera's comedy movies, but this is one that I don't feel like I necessarily liked enough to keep it in my collection, so probably going to be selling off that one. Then here we have the film Twister, a classic movie from my childhood, one I really enjoy, but I got the 4K release of this when it came out, which is absolutely phenomenal, so no longer need the Blu-ray version. The 4K version has an incredible Dolby Atmos track, and just the best version of this movie you can get, so don't need this any longer. Then next up, I'm getting rid of the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. I had the 4K version of this. There's not a huge difference between this and the 4K, but because I do have the 4K, I no longer need this one in my collection. And then next I have the Matrix Ultimate Collection. This is kind of a cool Blu-ray set. It has these kind of thin cases in here for the film, and it has some bonus features and stuff like that. Also has a booklet in here, which is pretty cool. So this was a pretty cool release. I definitely think this is a cool box set to have, but I decided I want to get all the Matrix films on 4K, which I have recently, so no longer need to have that in my collection. And this last film I have quite a bit to say about, and that is 28 Days Later. I've been hearing good things about this, and I picked it up on Blu-ray inexpensively, and I wanted to watch it, give it a shot, because I really like zombie movies and kind of apocalypse type movies, but I can't stress enough how disappointed I was in this one. This is, first of all, one of the worst looking films I've ever seen. I think the fact that this is a Blu-ray actually made it worse. I would probably say if you're going to watch this one, watch it on DVD, because it actually might look better that way. It's kind of a found footage style film. It looks like the whole thing's kind of just recorded on a camcorder, and It looks much worse than if you're watching something like Cloverfield or Paranormal Activity, though. This is just one of the worst looking films I've seen. So that's one of the biggest reasons I don't want it, but also just in terms of the plot and the story alone and just watching part of the film, I didn't even want to finish it because I feel like if I'm going to watch this kind of film, I'd much rather watch something like World War Z or the Walking Dead series or something like that. I just think there's so many better versions of this type of movie. So I know there's people who are a lot of people who are fans of this and appreciate this and has kind of a cult following, but definitely was not for me. So this is one that won't be staying in my collection. Alright, so that wraps up some of the films I'm getting rid of from my collection. I always like watching through the films in my collection, deciding if they're worth keeping or not, but this is part of collecting physical media is, you're not going to want to keep everything you buy or watch, and a lot of times I get these movies so cheap that it doesn't matter if I don't like them or want to get rid of them because I can resell them, recoup most of my money, and put that towards something I do want, like more 4K releases. And sometimes it makes sense too to get rid of some of your individual copies to get a cool box set that has some additional features, and that can help you save space as well. So let me know in the comments if you appreciate any of these. I'll have some of these linked in the description down below as well if you want to look at some of these on your own. But thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.